starts to kick off this four-fight fiesta. It's all Isaac Cruz. Right uppercut, another right uppercut, and Magdalena.
He's the Mexican Mike Tyson.
I don't know what. Oh, big left hook!
A compact wrecking machine with knockout power in both hands.
Cruz continues to walk.
At just 5'4", he walks forward with violent aggression, breaking will, and sending opponents into panic the moment the bell rings.
Problem with a Pitbull is they don't know how to really play. They'll try to play, but before long, they're going to be trying to fight for real because that's just what's in their blood. He wants to kill.
Got a punch. No, brutal hook in the right hand. And it's over.
A Mexican Pitbull built to seek and destroy. This is the rise of Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Big right hand.
Yes, Fierro comes back.
Welcome back to Fight Story.
Isaac Cruz?
Yeah, Pitbull is a killer.
Isaac Cruz.
Hey, Pitbull, man, we're out here giving you love, man.
¿Ves mi papá, Memo Cruz, que fue el que inició el legado de la dinastía Cruz?
Isaac Cruz was born on May 23, 1998, in Magdalena Contreras, one of the tougher districts in Mexico City.
El gusto por el box le nació a Isaac, que uno no quería que fuera boxeador, que estudiaran, pero le gustaron los trancazos y pues aquí lo tenemos.
He started training at 7, quiet outside the ring, fearless inside it. By his teens, he was known as a relentless pressure fighter, a kid who never backed down. At 17, he turned professional, carrying the grit of his neighborhood, the guidance of his family, and the aggressive style that would earn him the name Pitbull.
Get the turkeys that win the best.
At only 18 years old, Cruz went into his bout against veteran Daniel Evangelista Jr. with the same aggression and power that would later define his style. Even this early in his career, you could already see the pressure, the explosiveness, and the intensity he would eventually master.
The right and then the right again in the last one. What a blow.
Relentless pressure in the third round forced the stoppage, giving Cruz a knockout victory. Mexican veteran Raúl Hinojosa was next, stepping in for a scheduled 6-round bout.
Por cruzar guantes Isaac Cruz y Raúl Zurdito Hinojosa. De repente da como que la impresión de que es púrpura. Está con la derecha él. Ahí sí con potencia. ¿Y qué tal el gancho arriba? Ahora falla algunos, pero vete otra vez. ¡Toma! ¡Toma, toma, toma, tómala! Y tal vez no llega al final. Así están cerrando el primer round.
De manera diferente, pero no creo que este sea el caso. Yo creo que está perdiendo la brújula.
By the 6th round, Cruz's pace and power were overwhelming, leaving Hinojosa unable to keep up.
Levantando el brazo del ganador, Isaac Cruz.
Cruz stepped in against Ivan Basurto Monroy, considered another up-and-coming talent at the time.
Los ves, desde luego, tú con esta visión, con esta óptica, decirlo, estas peleas.
Within the first 30 seconds, Cruz cracked Monroy hard.
Arriba y abajo interesante, pero aprende con una derecha tremenda y lo manda a la lona. Con este pantaloncillo en dominó en 2 colores y de verde Isaac Cruz que lo vuelve a tratar de esquina, lo conecta con la derecha, en la barbilla, en el botón prácticamente a la izquierda.
Another brutal knockdown followed after a brief shootout.
Como bien decías, Octavio, mira, sí, viene de esta descendencia de peleadores.
By the 3rd round, it was over. Cruz was simply too good and too strong, closing the show with a commanding knockout victory. Dunis Lignan was next, a tough veteran from Colombia brought in to test a rising prospect. Cruz had just turned 19, but he fought with the composure and confidence of a seasoned professional.
Vámonos al primer capítulo. Buena izquierda, intentando acercarse mucho. Cuidado porque esa izquierda ha entrado ya un par de veces en el rostro de Cruz, que así responde. Por supuesto, Cruz soltando con toda la potencia todos y cada uno de los golpes.
Y muy bien Cruz porque estuvo alternando bien sus golpes a la parte media del cuerpo.
Este que es un costal de experiencia pura.
In the 4th round, Cruz dug in a punishing body shot that left Lignan frozen in place.
Que desgasta. Y otra vez está buscando con la mano izquierda, intentando la zona hepática. Otra vez ahí. Intenta otra vez hacia las cuerdas. Lignan seguramente se va a quedar ahí.
By the 7th, Cruz overwhelmed Liñán with sustained pressure, and the referee stepped in to stop the fight.
El de la Ciudad de México.
Ricardo Sáenz was next. Cruz made light work of him, walking him down early and unloading with sharp, heavy shots.
En la tierra de patada de mula es justamente el Pitbull ahí buscando la zona blanda. De dinastía boxística, el del pantaloncillo negro con plata. A ver, en un verdadero costal, Octavio. ¡Uy, qué buen upper!
In the second round, he detonated a vicious uppercut that ended the fight on the spot. Another easy night's work followed against Jose Angel Shan. This time, a brutal body shot ended it in the first round. By 2018, Cruz was 20 years old and building a growing reputation across Mexico. The matchup with Jose Felix was a genuine step up, the kind of fight meant to reveal whether Cruz was ready for tougher opposition. But right from the opening moments, Cruz put Felix on the floor.
Lo vuelven a conectar y tirar más golpes, tratar de repeler el calidad y resistencia a Félix, el de rojo, y otra vez el gancho abajo y enviando y también aprovechando.
¡Vámonos a la lona con la derecha sensacional y poderosa! Este hombre te desconoce, le mete la izquierda, dolorosísimo, tiene que terminar.
The power gap was obvious. Cruz was too strong, too explosive, and he closed the show in the third round, securing another dominant early stoppage. With all the noise surrounding Isaac Cruz, PBC moved quickly and signed him to a long-term promotional deal, placing him on their Showbox program against Thomas Mattis. It was a pivotal moment in Cruz's young career, his introduction to the American audience, to Showtime, and to the wider lightweight scene beyond Mexico.
Good luck to both. Our main event of the evening, and as you point out, Steve,
Cruz came forward with relentless pressure, slipping inside Mattis's jab and ripping combinations to the head and body.
This is about compact for this weight.
there's an over the top right hand. And we talk about Cruz's size. He's a little guy. Good body work again by Cruz. And he comes over the top.
But he said, I'm not going to get hit by that shot. Are you kidding me? What? Cruz keeps pounding the body that way.
Now there's 3 body shots and a whistling
in this round.
Yeah. There's a body shot and an uppercut from Cruz. You know what? In the end, they're going to give the decision to Zora Hamazari. Behind in every fight. Nice uppercut that time by Cruz. But no damage. Cruz keeps coming. Left hand by Cruz, staggered him. Now Cruz has him against the ropes. Cruz, 3-punch combination. Matisse trying to hold on. Cruz headbutt.
Yeah, Matisse should just cover up and get out of this round. Because he lost the round, he's not going to win it. He lost the round big.
Backing up again, final seconds. Cruz with a big right hand, staggered him again. And Matisse in big trouble at the bell.
In the 7th round, Mattis finally cracked. A short left hook from Cruz sent him stumbling back on wobbly legs, clearly shaken and struggling to recover.
His legs were all the way back.
Yeah, I agree.
Good body shots again. There's a right hand, sharp. Hard left hand to the head, and a right hand to the body. 3 punches.
Yeah, I agree. I think Matisse needs to land something big. He can't get that respect from Cruz. Look at it.
2 body shots, 2 uppercuts.
Now round number 9. Look at it. It's like the first round. Might be even throwing more punches than the first round.
Yeah, he's in great shape.
Look at it. Fast-paced fight. It's understandable that both fighters would be tired at this point.
After 10 rounds, the judges returned a majority decision, with Cruz winning on the scorecards and making a strong statement in his U.S. debut. Next came the first real breakout moment. Diego Magdaleno, a former world title challenger with far more experience and a reputation for upsetting young fighters. This was meant to be Cruz's toughest test. Instead, it became his announcement.
from the Alamo Dome, Isaac Cruz in the black and gold trunks, Diego Magdaleno red with silver trim, and boy, that name, Diego Fuego Magdaleno, rolls right off the tongue. He's hoping these punches will roll right off his body.
And this is exactly what we thought this match would be. Cruz throws 68 punches around, and look what he did already.
Definitely not in Cruz control as he sends Magdaleno down to the canvas.
5, 6, 7.
Goes down to the canvas for the 11th time in his career. And we have fistic fireworks to kick off this 4-fight fiesta. It's all Isaac Cruz. Right uppercut, another right uppercut, and Magdaleno goes down and out. Mamma mia, what a start!
This was the fight that put Isaac Pitbull Cruz on the map. A violent, statement-making performance that told the entire lightweight division he was coming.
Fair indeed.
Next came the biggest name of Cruz's career, Francisco El Bandido Vargas, a former world champion known for his wars, toughness, and experience at the elite level. This was Cruz's chance to prove he wasn't just a Mexican prospect, but a legitimate contender.
At all times, obey my command. Touch gloves, back to your corners.
Referee James Green gonna have his hands full.
And right from the beginning, the pair went at it. Cruz marched forward, slipping inside Vargas's jab and letting his hands go.
He just got clipped by Cruz against left-handed Takashi Miura when he won the title, and Cruz now pouring it on, attacking the body of Vargas.
Evidence of that there with those numbers.
At his height, he better be a body shot specialist, and he's coming forward.
You bet.
Man, he is just swinging wildly, but there's that lane open down the middle, Abner, and Vargas has yet to find it. The age, here he is at 36, hanging in there with a 23-year-old upstart. Stand was scoring tonight's fights remotely as Cruz pitching the shutout. So he's doing it better.
As the rounds went on, Cruz's youth, pressure, and speed became the defining factors. Vargas had his moments, but Cruz controlled the exchanges throughout the fight.
Wow, what a right hand. It's been very entertaining.
Fantastic stuff here between Isaac Cruz and Francisco Vargas.
And there it is. He got in with the 1-2 Vargas.
Boy, Vargas.
Nice left hook upstairs by Cruz.
Vargas has landed his best right hands, and he just haven't moved Cruz.
Vargas is thrown.
We've talked a lot about the Cruz right hand, but the left hook has been mixed in very effectively as well.
Oh, he leads everything with that left hook and just tagged Vargas on the jaw with a sweeping left hook.
If you're Cruz, you want to go out there and just close the show.
Pour it all out there. The fight to continue, much to the delight of the crowd, but you talk about career preservation, and Cruz now smelling blood on the attack. Cruz unloading on Francisco Vargas, and the fistic fireworks that we anticipated are coming.
In the 10th round, Cruz loaded up and scored a knockdown.
He rules out a knockdown. First for Francisco Vargas.
After 10 rounds, there was no doubt Isaac Pitbull Cruz was ready to challenge for the titles.
I think fighting shorter guys is a little tougher than, suppose fighting guys that's taller, because you gotta punch down.
On December 5th, 2021, Isaac Cruz walked into the biggest moment of his career, a world title shot against the undefeated knockout artist Gervonta Davis. After Rolando Romero was forced to withdraw, Cruz was drafted in on short notice and thrown straight into the spotlight, and the task couldn't have been tougher. Tank wasn't just the pay-per-view star of the division. He entered the fight riding a 6-year, 16-fight knockout streak, stopping every opponent he'd faced since 2015. His last 2 bouts ended in brutal knockouts over Mexican warriors Leo Santa Cruz and Mario Barrios. The question now was simple. Could Isaac Cruz be the one to end Davis's reign?
Touch him up. Back to your corner, gentlemen.
The bell, round 1. Davis with 8 first-round knockouts, last one against Hugo Ruiz in February 2019. And Carson, California's Cruz already lands.
From the opening bell, Cruz made one thing clear. He wasn't intimidated.
On the map.
He came out and stayed true to his brand, ripping the left hook, the first thing he did, so it shows you.
He marched forward behind a tight guard, slipping under Davis's counters and ripping hard hooks to the body.
Consecutive fights in the same weight class in his last 5, including tonight.
Tank tried to time him with sharp left hands, but Cruz kept closing the distance, turning the fight into a physical, close-range battle.
Yeah, a minute and a half left, and Cruz with a great start here, putting the pressure on Davis.
I like what Cruz is doing here. He's not showing any type of respect towards Davis, knowing what he's capable of doing inside the ring, and he's doing it so in this first round.
The head movement is important for him, and you know, Davis, what he does is shadowing for the future in this fight. Oh my!
Oh, and Cruz just staggered Davis with the right hand, and Cruz unloading on Davis, and Davis again.
He's going to force Tank Davis into back.
Davis able to evacuate. Jab, and there's Davis.
I was just going to say.
Davis.
Oh, man. This whole building is waiting for one of those uppercuts to land by Davis.
Counter by Cruz that got Davis's attention as Davis looks to counter.
By the third round, Davis adjusted, boxing off the back foot and using angles to create space.
Oh, counter left hand bouncing off the nose of Cruz. Trying to land that right and then the left to the body of Davis. And Davis using lateral movement, using defense, lulling Cruz into the ropes.
An opportunity to really let go of his punches.
Cruz landed that right uppercut. Oh, and there's that left uppercut again. And Cruz wearing it well so far.
Yeah, so far. And you know,
by Cruz trying to keep Davis from using his lateral movement, and Davis now popping the left. There's a right hook, a check hook by Davis at the end of the round.
In the middle rounds, the pattern was set. Davis landing the cleaner counters, Cruz pressing relentlessly, making every exchange a test of will.
More effective punch. I have him ahead 4 rounds to 2.
On cue.
58-56.
Oh, nice counter left hand, but it's...
knowing that's a big part of his game plan.
So is Davis.
Oh, big uppercut by Cruz. Power. He's got a great right hook, and that
the
one
crowd anticipates Gervonta Tank Davis beginning to put a lot of grappling as we head to round 9 and the uppercut by Cruz.
He said, if you can do it, I can do it.
Cruz going to the body again, showing his hand speed. But it's Davis that lands that sweeping left. Utilizing the distance, his jab, the uppercut. Making him miss, making him pay.
Get a warning. But a lot of those punches are legal to the body, too, that he's throwing.
There's a straight left right hook to the body. There's a right hand that lands for Isaac Cruz.
When the championship rounds arrived, Cruz emptied the tank. He chased Davis around the ring, digging combinations into the body and drawing roars from the crowd.
And it's amazing how he still has power towards the end of the round.
Tank, dealing with an injured hand, boxed smart and relied on movement, but Cruz refused to back off until the final bell.
Spots where he wants a jab his way.
Oh my! Wow, going to the body and a flurry of punches from Isaac Cruz, but Gervonta Tank Davis take courage needed to defeat Gervonta Tank Davis. An episode of his KO show, but man, putting on the crowd at Staples Center enjoying what they've seen.
When the final bell rang, the judges gave it to Gervonta Davis, but Cruz earned something else: respect. He took the unbeaten knockout artist the full 12 rounds and proved he belonged at world level.
Tank, he just kept coming at you and coming at you and coming at you toe to toe. He was not a guy, and here he is. Isaac, congratulations on a terrific fight.
He's definitely a warrior. He's definitely a warrior. I think that, you know, even though he didn't get the win, a star was born tonight.
And a star was born. With Pitbull Cruz's stock rising, the rebuild was set in motion, and the perfect opponent was the veteran Olympian and former world titleist Yuri Orkis Gamboa.
Opportunity on a stage like this.
Right from the opening bell, Cruz unleashed hell.
Big right hand over the top.
He already Gamboa is stunned.
Gamboa's hurt in a big way. Oh boy. Gamboa is hurt in a major way. Big shots. Gamboa tying up. Cruz going right after him. Soaked up the adrenaline. Oh, big shot there by Cruz again.
Stunned again.
He got wobbled with that left hook. Now he's trying to assert himself. Oh, big shot, right hook. That wobbled Gamboa again. He has 75 seconds to do damage, does Isaac Cruz. He's already done quite a bit. Well, that might be the case, and he better hope it's the case. As now Gamboa starting off. He wants to fight fire with fire. Look at Gamboa go. Miguel, you might be right. Look at this. Toe-to-toe action we go.
And Gamboa is trying to answer the call from round one off any shots.
There's a left hook connecting. Oh, look at that combination. Down goes Gamboa. He got wobbled.
King Davis, and now we're seeing something similar against Gamboa. And there's a
big shot. Down goes Gamboa again. 6, 7, 8. Big shots by the Pitbull. Can he finish off the Olympic gold medalist and 2-division world champion? Big shot there by Cruz. I don't know what. Oh, big left hook. Down goes Gamboa, and this may be it.
Certainly the biggest again.
Cruz pouring it on, looking to end the night of Yuri Orkis Gamboa. Gamboa barely maintaining his vertical base. Will he survive and head towards the 5th? Gamboa getting hammered every which way. He's on Wobble Bubble Street, and that ends the round. It's cringeworthy from our standpoint. Big right hook. Down goes Gamboa. End it. And this one is over.
Finally, in the 5th round, Cruz put Gamboa out of his misery. A brutal finish that effectively sent the former champion into retirement.
Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Next up was Eduardo Ramirez, a tough, confident contender looking to derail Cruz's momentum. But from the moment the fight began, it was clear he had stepped into the wrong storm.
At the end of round 2 in his fight, so he might just come out firing.
In his blood, that's in his style, and I think his size dictates it.
Well, what we were talking about earlier was moving forward, not landing an awful lot of shots.
Oh, that was
there it is! One shot, and can Ramirez survive?
5, 6, 7.
Oh, he closed the gap all right.
Mira mí. Está bien. Come on.
Oh, he's messed up. Isaac Cruz just letting it go.
Ramirez on the ropes. Can't get hit with one of those right hands. Now he buckles him. Doubles him up with a body shot. Jack Reese warning Ramirez, saying, you've got to fight, you've got to punch. No, brutal hook and a right hand, and it's over.
Cruz ended it brutally in the 2nd round, another ruthless reminder of his power.
Let me tell you, when he was circling, he dropped his hands, and he got hit with that left hook. And I told you, when you're moving one way, you got to watch out.
This right here is my good luck charm. It's Chihuahua Cruz.
With his momentum surging, Cruz stepped into the biggest opportunity of his career, a world title shot against the outspoken and unpredictable Rolando Romero. The buildup was loud and chaotic, the trash talk off the charts.
Chihuahua, poodle, he kind of looks like a pug right now, so yeah, he's a little fat right now.
I completely understand, but you know what? Let him talk, because in the end, at the end of a fight, he's going to be the true Chihuahua, and he's the one that's going to end up crying.
Everybody thinks it's going to be a difficult fight, but I think it's going to be a very easy fight for me. He's going to run right into something because he's stupid. So, one over here, gets punched over here, gets punched over here. Same shit over and over again.
Finally, Cruz had his shot at the WBA super lightweight title, a chance at greatness and a moment to fulfill the mission his father and grandfather had passed down to him.
Punch him up. Back up.
And in true Pitbull fashion, he charged forward with full, unrelenting aggression.
Take Davis. Romero was stopped by Davis's trainer, Calvin Ford, commented on this fight, noting that both have evolved since those losses, but he favors Cruz due to his fighting style and ability, or the ability he thinks to withstand Willie's power. He's Cruz is already in cruise control. For that, it's one gear straight ahead.
Hand to the body and a left hook, but, you know, Cruz is relentless, and he's going to close the gap no matter what you try to do.
Use that distance, use that reach. But you know that Cruz is going to keep on coming, especially with those overhands, rights and lefts.
Cruz has 7 first-round knockouts. Romero out-jabbed him. A lot of people thought he lost that fight. He just got hit. He just got rocked by Cruz. Cruz looking to drop Romero here in the first round. Romero's on inline skates. Cruz looking to knock out Romero, the veteran looking to hold on for dear life. Moving up from 135, Cruz has brought the power. Now he has to be careful. Cruz cannot punch himself out.
Up to the head, and he has still not recovered.
Pitbull letting all that anger out.
High drama here in round 1. Cruz continues to unload on Romero. Romero almost going down, but stays on his feet as we go to round 2. There's a counter right hand by Cruz, blocked by Romero's glove. Davis was hurt in round 1, but did not go down. But Cruz, hey, you remember Romero had a
wait as we go along.
Right uppercuts on the inside by Cruz and the referees.
Make an opening, create a loose.
There is no jab in Isaac Cruz's arsenal. There's Romero with the counter right, lead right, but that was blocked. Right uppercut catches Romero. Cruz lands again, and Romero just trying to hold on.
Hard guy to tie up Cruz on the inside because he's there so often.
As we close out the 3rd round, Cruz on the hunt for his first championship. He's going to be looking for it. That's how he sets the trap. But there's a right hand from Cruz trying to keep Romero in front of him, cutting off the ring. Romero trying to throw, missing along the ropes. There's that shot to the body, right hand, the combinations from Cruz.
I was adapting to a hit in the body like that. See, he's not letting him out so easily.
Right hand, left hook from, led by the likes of Devin Haney, Subriel Matias, and Teofimo Lopez. And it's Isaac Cruz season for excessive holding. And the rights and lefts now from Cruz. And Romero forced to retreat.
And Cruz threw a counter right hand.
Oh, there's the left right. Romero in trouble along the ropes. For the 2nd time in the fight, Romero barely standing. There's a left hand by Cruz. Romero retreating, eats another left and right. Isaac Cruz teeing off on rolling Romero. Flush shots to the face. Final 20 seconds of the 7th round. Can Romero survive?
I don't think so.
His title hangs in the balance.
At the end of round 7, Cruz had Romero on wobbly legs again. The pressure was breaking him, his reactions slowing, his confidence gone. You could feel it in the arena. The end was near.
Romero again launches the right hand. Left hook. Romero takes the shot. Still standing. Referee intervenes. Mamma mia! Isaac Cruz has done it!
And with that final flurry, Romero was finished. His will broken, his soul taken. Isaac Pitbull Cruz was now the 140-pound world champion, and he had done it in emphatic fashion.
You did say he was going to be easy to hit, and I think that you did take more punches than you thought you would, so what went wrong during this fight? It's okay.
You know, Isaac Cruz is complaining all the time about how fighters run away from him. Well, I'm gonna come forward. Let's see if he doesn't run away from me this time.
With Pitbull Cruz rising into full superstar status, he stepped in against Angel Fierro for an all-Mexican showdown, a matchup guaranteed not to disappoint. The buildup was tense, the crowd electric, and both men came in ready to prove who truly ruled the division's next wave.
Good luck. More heart than Le Jour de l'Amour coming up later this month. And here we go.
Buckle your seatbelts for this one. And already they're getting after it.
Where's that feeling out process, Abner?
He's the type of guy that's just getting pressure, relentless pressure, body work, just volley him. And if Fierro said, hey, I'm going to sit in the pocket as well.
That's the way. That's the only way Fierro.
Honestly, in talking to people, if he saw Cruz were to establish an up and down jab, he might have more success. But we know what he saw Cruz is all about. One gear forward.
Yeah, I like that. Cruz, he always fights slow and compact, and that's what makes it so hard to be hit. That's what prevented Tank Davis and land punches as well.
We never expected that to be part of his game plan, and it's not. This is toe-to-toe fighting.
Oh, beautiful right hand from Cruz. That's an uppercut, a straight punch, and body work. Does he ever? Yeah, he possesses power in both hands. But again, he's getting hit a lot.
We're in the final minute of this, Ryan. Nice counter right hook by Cruz.
That Mexican fan base has long been the backbone of boxing. And you heard that ovation for Pitbull with that honest style. They're letting it go early on.
Every punch being thrown with bad intentions. Fierro counters with a combination upstairs.
First round was electric, setting the stage for everything that was about to come. The pair pushed a ferocious pace, trading sharp combinations and refusing to give an inch.
Wait for Cruz to make mistakes.
Almost half of Cruz's power connects. World body punches. Cruz going upstairs, sweeping left hook, right hand through the second. Oh, almost punch by Cruz, and culminates that combination with a chopping right.
Trained him, and you have to understand, these are the fights Fierro prefers to be in.
That we've seen from Cruz thus far. Cruz, beautiful. Lead left hook to the body, right hand upstairs. And there's a jab.
Fierro's pulling straight back.
Oh, beautiful. Lead right left hook combination by Fierro backing up. That might have been his best combination of the fight.
Make the type of adjustments to keep Cruz off of him.
Yeah, he talked about that conditioning. You've been saying it, and he's going to need it.
A chance to by crowding him with those short hooks inside. Oh, big right hand on Fierro.
Yes, Fierro comes back. And there lands another right, and here we go, toe-to-toe what the fans expected.
Look at that backbone of Fierro firing back, give and take.
Uppercut party. There ain't no party like an uppercut party, because an uppercut party don't stop, and here we go. A pitched battle in round 3. Fierro and Fuego. Fierro mounting a comeback. Another right hand land, but Cruz fights back.
In just the third round, the fight caught fire when Fierro cracked Cruz with a clean right hand. For the first time, Pitbull looked visibly hurt, but he bit down and fought back like a warrior.
Exchange, what a round! Viva Mexico! Wow! All right, round number 4 and round 3. Fierro outlanded Cruz 27-21. The first round, that
body shots could eventually slow Fierro's attack, but they're back to head hunting here.
Oh, left hand clip.
Opening for the uppercut, for the inside punches that Fierro can land.
Well, it's hard to compare Fierro.
Wow!
And he'll come back with a combination of his own. And that's what we're seeing tonight against these two fighters.
To the body, Fierro goes upstairs with a combination. Punches in bunches. Many of them landing flush.
Oh, let them cook, Mo. Let them cook.
Let them cook.
By the middle rounds, it had become an all-out war. Both fighters exchanging heavy leather, both refusing to back down.
Looking.
See that focused body attack this round from Pitbull, but he's getting countered with the right hand by Fierro.
But there was a good right hand upstairs by Pitbull. Leads with the right like Benavides.
Punches, is he going to tire her out?
Now the right hand lands for Cruz upstairs. Fierro beginning to miss, but getting to...
Especially when someone like Pitbull turning pro at age 16.
Four-punch combination culminating with a...
Cruz was landing nearly 50% of his power shots, and Fierro kept taking them. He was game. In the second half, he came back hard.
2 rounds, Fierro coming on.
Yeah, exactly. Coming on as far as putting pressure now in this round, Fierro. Despite him taking punches.
Disadvantage. There's a couple of left hooks, make that 3-4, and Fierro unloading. Good block.
And look at him, he's pushing him back. The way he's moving his hands as well. He resembles Morales, no doubt.
May not have the same exact...
Fierro, that's for sure. Conditioning is paramount. But in terms of the commemorative Aztec Warrior Championship belt, especially when you honor a guy like Israel Vasquez, and for my money, the first 3 fights between Vasquez and Rafael Marquez.
Wow, great body work. Great fight. 2 Mexican warriors going at it, toe-to-toe. Fierro, Cruz.
You have to wonder how the judges are going to be scoring these exchanges.
Have already crashed. They've combined to throw over 1,000 punches. And we have yet to hit round 9. Oh, the left hook lands for Cruz.
Will that slow him down at the end? It doesn't look like it at this moment.
And of course, you're watching them try to steal each other's souls in this scintillating scrap. Wow, lead left hook by Cruz catches Fierro on the chin.
Whether or not Fierro can ultimately pull off this upset. Give and take. Big left hand.
Big left hand and the big right hand by Cruz. And now again, just standing in front of each other, swinging. Coming up on the final 3 minutes of what has definitely lived up to the hype. Hype, can you say Fight of the Year candidate? I knew you could. The 10th and final round. Cruz and Fierro.
Fierro still leaving that right hand down on the exchanges.
And Fierro is coming on in the second half of this fight, guys. He is now unofficially ahead on Larry Hazard's scorecard.
Is he ever? He's closing this fight. He's closing this round.
Left hand from Cruz once again.
Uppercut by Cruz, but Fierro overextending there. But see when he gets close, Cruz is landing. Cruz's hands are down.
Fierro still looks like the fresher fighter here.
The right time for a Wu-Tang Clan reference. These two are bringing the ruckus, and Raekwon the... Cruz launching an attack. A visceral display of courage, skill, and determination that defines the essence of not only Mexican boxing, but boxing, period, full stop. Viva Mexico! Viva Isaac Cruz!
It was a Fight of the Year contender, one for the books. The crowd was on its feet, roaring in awe. In the end, the decision went to Isaac Pitbull Cruz. But on this night, both men had earned respect. Both had won.
And picks up the victory, but the classic Cruz sharing in his accolades.
The rematch with Angel Fierro felt inevitable. But just days before the fight, disaster struck. Fierro pulled out while struggling to make weight, and into the spotlight stepped Omar Salcido, the late replacement challenger suddenly facing the biggest opportunity of his career.
That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. All right, 2 men who dream of getting into the Hall of Fame someday.
From the opening bell, Cruz made it clear that Salcido was stepping into a different level. He pressed forward behind that tight guard, cutting the ring and forcing Salcido into uncomfortable exchanges.
And he fights anyone, anytime, and he fights the same way. I'm loving Pitbull right now.
Salcido saw it as an opportunity. Fighter out of it, Rosillo Sonora says, this may not come around again. I have to take my shot.
I mean, look at Manny Pacquiao's story. You mentioned it. Came out of vacation and...
Right now by Cruz, will land.
That's right to the body. If you missed the conference on Thursday, nice shot. And I said, how's he going to make weight? And he didn't. He couldn't.
Overhand right or left to a head. There it is. He tried it.
Yeah. Good defense though from Salcido.
But leaves you on the defensive. You know, you'd want Salcido to sort of try to land something big like Fierro did.
Our main event. Right now it's Isaac Cruz landing big, powerful shots like that overhand right.
Salcido tried to use movement and long shots to buy time, but Cruz kept walking him down. It was clear from the start, this was going to be a long night for Omar Salcido.
He is able to, as you see right there, shift and really load up on these power shots.
Now the left hook, so he's patient tonight. He's not running at his weight, didn't run out
in round 1
initially, but he kind of
Cuevas, Alfredo Escalera, and his dad and trainer Isaac Sr.
That body shot just started. Mark Nelson, the third man in the ring for holding against Salcido.
Oh, he's starting to break it down. There's the overhand left now.
He got up off the deck in both fights, scored knockdowns of his own, and took home decision wins. So
from Pitbull, let's see what Salcido comes back with. Look, he's got heart, and he's got some good legs because he's been able to run.
I think Fierro pulling out in the way he did, and the way Cruz interpreted that pulling out, it's kind of fighter
talking to is what we call that. And Pitbull says, you do the talking, I'll do the punching.
I was just gonna say, you know what that means? He's not gonna be able to hold, so guess what? He's about to take a beating.
These are big time power shots, Pitbull.
That's a nice right hand that hurt him, yes.
Big body shots opening up that right hand upstairs for Pitbull.
Pitbull setting up that body shot, sizing him up, physically knowing where he was.
Salcido showed heart throughout the fight, absorbing vicious shots to the head and body. But the gap in class was obvious. Cruz was operating on a completely different level.
To the limit, and I think Salcido, yeah, he trained for 8 months.
Really gets that extension right there with the right hand.
I'm telling you, like a little Mike Tyson. That's what Mike Tyson used to do. So if I were Cruz, I was like, no, don't take the punch.
Vicious overhand right. It's been the left that's been doing damage this round. And now he has to hold on and take the knockdown. Put his glove on the canvas.
Cruz scored a knockdown in the final round, but the writing had been on the wall long before that. It was a shutout from start to finish, a dominant performance capped off by a clear unanimous decision victory for Pitbull Cruz.
And he is now the WBC interim super lightweight champion, Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Isaac Pitbull Cruz has carved his name into boxing the hard way, with pressure, power, and an unbreakable will. And now, with his prime still ahead of him, the lightweight and super lightweight divisions have a serious problem. Pitbull Cruz is only getting better. Welcome to the Pitbull era.